All right, now to this. Maine is one of the least diverse states in the country when it comes to race. So during this period of protests and fight for racial equality, what is our state's role in the movement? News Center Maine's Chloe Thibault joins us this morning to tell us how some Maine people of color see this situation. Hi, Chloe.
Hi, Sharon. Good morning. Yeah, I spoke to two women of color who are leaders here in the greater Bangor area community, and they told me a little bit about their experiences living in Maine. They say that while they have been mostly positive, racism does still exist, just in a more covert way. It's why they're asking white Mainers to take part in this movement for change by acknowledging privilege and standing up for others.
This time around feels so different.
For Bangor's Angela Okafor, the protests around the country this June prove racism can no longer be ignored. That includes here in Maine, one of the least diverse states in the nation.
Living in a white state is not an excuse.
So she's asking white Americans to listen to the struggles people of color deal with every day.
It's a fear that you will never understand unless you listen to me tell you what I feel.
Hamden's Tanya Jean-Jacques agrees.
I think every person of color living in a predominantly white environment will experience racism.
Sometimes that racism is covert.
I've had delivery workers come to my home and ask me to go get the homeowner. And when I tell them, well, it's me, they would just look at me up and down and say, "You live in this house?"
It's why experts are encouraging conversation, even when it's uncomfortable, like Ash Carderns at Northern Light Acadia Hospital says it is for some of her clients.
They express fear of getting it wrong, of making mistakes, and they don't have the tools to be able to talk about these things. As a result, the silence is really contributing to racism.
Combating racism includes turning to books and resources online and not turning a blind eye.
We have the privilege to be able to sort of shut these things out and off, and that is part of the problem.
A problem that some are fighting to solve, especially for future generations.
We have to make sure that we live a better place for them.
Any white person, you want to be a good ally, speak up.
Now, Ash Carderns with Northern Light Acadia Hospital says the most effective tool in becoming a part of this conversation is just listening. She says white Mainers should try not to respond defensively if they do feel criticized, but instead use those moments for growth and understanding. Live at home this morning, Chloe Thibault, News Center Maine. Sharon and Lindsay, back to you.
All right, thank you, Chloe. Very interesting.